good, YouTube? It's a Christ Leviathan prophecy. And, good morning to y'all, or good afternoon. Um, Listen, man, I was watching The Herd, and, I think that's my least favorite TV show to watch, you know, because I like what Collins, talk about most of the time. Um, you know, he was on Shay Sharp, Club Shay Shay TV show or podcast. And basically, he said that Michael Jordan wasn't in his top five. He named numerous of players before Michael Jordan. Now, listen, we all know how it all went down when MJ didn't want Isiah Thomas on the Dream Team. I don't know if he's still salty about that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, African Americans are, or just black African Americans, whatever you want to categorize it, are, jealous. You know what I'm saying? Um, he said that, oh, if, Bird was on the team or if Bird was a captain, he would have, vouched for me to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? And then Colin, went down the whole rant list about how MJ is not the greatest scorer, he's not the greatest rebounder, he's not the greatest steal, he didn't lead the league in steals. You know what I'm saying? He didn't capture, you know, the most championships, which is all true. You know what I'm saying? If you do the math, 11 beats 6 all the time. You know what I'm saying? But Bill was playing in a totally different era. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was playing with a bunch of skinny white boys that didn't necessarily know how to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem, he was playing a more physical, dominant era, the 80s with, Magic and, you know, what's the point guard's name? Adam West. Say Adam. Was it Adam West? I don't know. But the point guard for the Lakers back in the 90s, 70s, whatever. But yeah, man. So tell me what y'all think. I will put the video in the description box down below. For me, I wasn't really a big MJ fan. I liked his sneakers though. I was a big fan of his sneakers. Just because we're the same sign, what I'm saying? He's in Aquarius, I'm in Aquarius. We always, competitive. You know what I'm saying? That's how physical, if you look at Saquon Barkley, if you look at Julio Jones, if you look at LT, if you look at Lawrence Taylor, if you look at Michael Jordan, Sterling Shepard, you know what I'm saying? All of them are Aquarius and we are very competitive, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's arguments, whether it's debates, like we want to be at our very best, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I literally had to grow up into Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't around when Michael Jordan was playing. Obviously, I had to catch his, back tail of his career when he was with the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? So I had to literally sit down for like 2 hours and watch the whole documentary of not the Last Dance, but just the whole dynasty of the '90s. You know what I'm saying? How he got there. You know what I'm saying? With the, with the squad that he had. You know what I'm saying? So I had to relive, the dynasty all over again. You know what I'm saying? For 2 hours or probably 3 hours or probably 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? So he went to school in North Carolina, the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? Like he got voted. I mean, the the escalades are like right here. You know what I'm saying? The achievements, the everything is it. Like if you compare stats, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? But again, they played in different eras. You know what I'm saying? And then people want to say, oh, if LeBron James, or not LeBron James, if Michael Jordan would have played, in today's era, he would average 60. Like, stop it. Like, there is no metrics in the NBA that you can, score 60 points. You know what I'm saying? At that age, at that, duration, you know what I'm saying? Like, back then, the NBA didn't necessarily they didn't necessarily taking care of the players like they do now with the new how I mean with the whole advanced how advanced technology and medication is today. It wasn't like that back then. You know what I'm saying? So when Michael Jordan broke, or when whoever breaks his wrist or elbow or whatever, they had to sit out for a long extent period of time. You know what I'm saying? There was no medication that can just heal a person fast and get right back on the court. You know what I'm saying? But like how technology is today, how medicine has advanced. You know what I'm saying? Like if LeBron James would have missed or if LeBron James would have break his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like put it in a sling and then just put some ointments on that bitch, and then he'll be back on the court brand new. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's just different eras, in my opinion. Do I think that Michael Jordan was the best in his in his class, in his year, in his era, I should say? If you really look at his competition, he had to go through some pretty tough competition. The Orlando Magic wasn't no joke. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks wasn't no joke. He just had to. Just even the Spurs with Timmy and Robinson wasn't no joke. So to say that Michael Jordan isn't really the best in every statistic category, yes. You know I believe that if Michael Jordan didn't leave to go play baseball, he could have probably won 7 or 8 more championships. You know what I'm saying? But he did what he did, and he never lost in the finals. That's the one thing that Colin didn't bring up. That's the best thing Colin didn't bring up. He didn't lose in the finals. Bill Russell lost in the finals, I believe. Hakeem lost in the finals. Everybody he went up against lost in the finals, except for him. You know what I'm saying? And then he said that, oh, well, when, LeBron James leave a team, you see how dysfunctional it is. But, when Michael Jordan left the Bulls, they were 52-27, which was correct because they had up and coming stars. I'm not saying that they had stars to replace Michael, but they had stars that obviously, you know, they groomed them well. You know what I'm saying? Like they had the right coaching staff to bring all those players the best out of them, or to bring the best out of those players. You know what I'm saying? But when LeBron James left, there wasn't no second best player on that team besides LeBron James. Who was going to literally carry that franchise? Nobody. So of course, when a star leaves his team, that team disintegrates, right? Because he didn't have a processor. He didn't have a second star. You know what I'm saying? Until they drafted Kyrie Irving, and still Kyrie Irving wasn't enough. You know? And they had a pretty good young squad. They had Bennett, they had Kyrie, they had, Anderson, Varejao. I mean, they had a pretty good squad. But obviously, they still was tanking. They still was tanking. So it is what it is, though. I mean, Isiah Thomas is still salty. That's what he will. I mean, he will take that to his grave. Okay. We all know Isiah Thomas do not like Michael Jordan whatsoever. We all seen that, right? To leave Michael Jordan out of his top 5, saltiness. That's all you can really say. I mean, can Michael Jordan be an asshole? Yes. That's why I say that Michael Jordan and LeBron James, if they were teammates, Michael Jordan would have gave LeBron James hell. Just like how Kobe Bryant would have gave LeBron James hell. They just have different mindsets. Like, LeBron James doesn't go out there and guard the best player. He's scared to take a last shot, as all we can see by that finals. LeBron James should have said, you know what, everybody move the hell out of my way. Even Mark Jackson said that. Like, that's just a stupid move. Like, why would you? I don't care if you get in fourth team, triple team. You take that shot. You don't think MJ would have taken that shot? You don't think Kobe? You don't think AI? You don't think Tracy? You don't think Melo would have taken that shot? They live and die by that shot. I don't care if you miss or, well, obviously you have to make it, but you live with the results. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James is too passive aggressive sometimes. That's the one knock on him. And he's a terrible free throw shooter. Now, obviously, he's gotten better, but, he still breaks one he still breaks one here and there. But, Skip Bayless is right. He doesn't have a clutch gene. Like Melo, AI, T-Mac, Jordan, Kobe, they all have the clutch factor. They all have a clutch gene in them. LeBron James never had that. And I don't know if it was just bad coaching throughout his career or he never had that one coach. You know what I'm saying? He had Brown, but Brown, he had Brown, Eric Spoelstra, he had David Splatt. Obviously he had Todd Lue. So LeBron James never had a coach like a Pop or, Timmy, not Timmy, or Mike D'Antoni or Doc. You know what I'm saying? He never had those coaches. He had subpar head coaches. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Obviously, probably going to high school. Probably not going to college probably affect that too. You know what I'm saying? Because when you live the college experience, it gives you that extra, oomph. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of cats that didn't go to college. KG didn't go to college. Kobe didn't go to college. But again, they all had that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? KG had that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? That Rough Rider. Kobe had that killer instinct in him. LeBron James never figured that out. And he still hasn't figured that out. Like everybody's saying, why the fuck you passing it to Danny Green? We all know Danny Green is a three-point specialist, but you have to shoot the ball, LeBron. Can't be passive aggressive. I know you want to make the right play, but if you pass it to the guy and he shoots it and he doesn't miss, that could have swung the whole. That could have swung. Like people forget, if Danny Green missed that shot, which obviously he did, that could have changed the whole complex of that series. That series could have switched dramatically, but it didn't because obviously Jimmy Butler didn't have help. Okay, he had help, but he didn't have the help that he needed. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a second superstar on that team. You know what I'm saying? So the Lakers got bailed out on that. Because it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But LeBron James have to realize that you can't rely on somebody to make that shot. You have to take that shot. You are a superstar on that team. They look after you. They worship you. So for the fact that he threw it and he picked it up and he shot it, I already knew that shot was going to go off. Because I'd be doing that all the time. It's called catch and shoot. If you catch it and you quickly shoot it. If you catch it and it falls on the floor and then you pick it back up, that shot may not even be the same. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly what Danny Green felt, because I used to do that a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but still, I guess he's trying to be the Ray Allen 2.0. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just tell me what you think. Is Isiah Thomas salty? Is Michael Jordan the greatest of all time? You know what I'm saying? I still believe that if he didn't go to baseball, I think he would have probably at least won 2 or 1 more championship. But obviously he won 6, so people are gonna argue, well, Bill Russell played in a different era, you know what I'm saying? And Hakeem, he played in a slightly more difficult and tough era. LeBron James played in the cupcake era, which there were some games in the playoffs, obviously going up against the Pacers. That game, that series was fun, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's not like, LeBron James captured his first championship. He lost actually, the first championship he lost was against the Spurs. And then after that, he lost to the, Mavericks. And then after that, that's when he captured his first championship against the babies OKC when Durant was in his 20s, Baca was in his 20s, Westbrook was in his 20s, James Harden was coming off the bench. So obviously, it is what it is. And then obviously he won, you know, won against the Warriors when they went 73 and what. I could go on and 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 on about LeBron James accomplishments. But yeah, so just let me know, comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, take care of yourself and each other.